Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Crime Science and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please subscribe, it's absolutely free and would help this channel so much. To all the new subscribers, thank you. Please remember to switch on that notification bell to be notified of any updates. And in this case, I will keep you updated as much as I possibly can. In my previous video, we spoke a bit about where exactly Tiffany was the night of 13 May 2025. To me, the timeline of that night will clarify so many things, and I'm pretty sure the police already have a very good idea of the timeline of that evening and will probably keep it close to the chest for successful prosecution. But for us, on the sideline, it's still a bit of a grey area. If you go with this following video, Tiffany only reported Jayden Lee missing at about 10 p.m. In her own words, she reported him missing past 7.
I went to the police station past 7 o'clock.
She didn't lie, she just left it up for us to decide when she went.
What we appreciate is where activists come very hard to say we need justice, we need human rights, where the members of parliament are holding us accountable to make sure that we don't sleep on the job. Where we have faltered, we will say we have faltered. But in this case, it is very, very limited that we could have established immediately that the very person who comes crying is the very person that needed to protect Jayden Lee Meek. It's just unfortunate, and I must say the time, honorable member of the report, and the time that the child was supposed, a mother of 11-year-old was supposed to stand up and say it's 3 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock, it's 5 o'clock. That did not happen. Only 2 hours before midnight, she decided to come forward to report the case.
And I agree fully with the police. We are so fast to judge, especially in hindsight. But the police would have no reason to go and search the house of the person reporting a child as missing if she didn't give them reason to suspect her. And even if they suspected her, if she didn't give permission for them to go in the house and search, there is just no way for them to legally enter the house. And we know that she didn't want them to go in the house. So it's so easy for us to say what they should have done. And that brings me to the next point. It now came to light that there was reports of abuse. When was this first report made and by whom? How long did this go on? What was done about it? Listen to the short ENCA video clip.
The Gauteng Education Department says it's taking the claims seriously.
Our preliminary report suggests that there's an element of truth.
Living in a unit in Vleerhof would mean that you would come in contact with other people also residing there on a daily. Did no one see? Did everyone just look the other way? Now that a child died, we want to stand in disbelief that something like this could happen. We are all so used to looking the other way, not to stir the pot, not to get involved. That child needed the whole block of residents to get involved. It didn't start with SAPS not entering the unit. It started with each one of us not reporting child abuse when we see it. And for those who actually go and report it, do you follow up? This is a wake-up call for each one of us. We are so fast to redirect blame to someone else, but never once do we stand in front of the mirror and look yourself in the eye and admit that you could have done something to prevent another child living a life under the hands of an abuser, or even worse, being killed by those hands. Talking about redirecting blame, Tiffany worked so hard to redirect attention from her to others, but she couldn't make up her mind as to whose fault it was that a child died. She blamed the police because they didn't search the complex, except for her own unit, of course. She blamed them for not searching the back of the complex where there is so many grass. My theory on her wanting them to search the complex is that it could be over and done with. If they already did the search, there would be no reason for them to come back, and she would then have all the time she needed to discard of Jayden Lee's body.
Extremely negligent, because we were escorted by a number of policemen to Vleerhof, and not one of them got out of that vehicle to go and search that complex. How much time had elapsed? There's bushes behind there. how much time had lapsed and what could have been done in that time.
Then she tried to redirect suspicion to the scholar transport driver. This specific clip gets my blood boiling in seconds. This woman is so evil that she would have stood by and watched an innocent person being accused of murder. What if it wasn't an easy task for him to prove his innocence? She could have ruined his career if this allegation caught fire with the community. I mean, it sounds simple. If you didn't do it, it would be easy to prove. But what if there were no eyewitnesses who saw Jayden Lee being dropped from school? Then it's not that easy to prove your innocence anymore. And at worst, if the police zoomed in on him and took their eyes off Tiffany, a murderer could have gotten away with it.
I'm telling you, I stay in a certain place and these people are saying that they dropped off my child at that place. Are you not supposed to? This is a child. It's not a grown person. It's not a teenager that could have run away.
I think Tiffany tried so hard to redirect suspicion away from her that she was the one to shine the light very brightly on herself. Again blaming Neil Singh, a community activist who assisted with the burial of her son, that he brings too much attention on the family. Did she really think that he would have kept quiet? Did she really think that she is so good of an actor that no one would get suspicious of her? And listen closely, whose name you hear again, loud and clear in this statement.
Oh, but you can't do this. My mother found your post on social. My mother is very upset because it's bringing unnecessary attention to our family, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, who was this? The same woman that killed her child.
In her mind, she did everything a grieving mother was supposed to do. Interviews, take part in candlelight visuals, name possible suspects, even go as high as Parliament. But one thing she forgot is that she wasn't a grieving mother and couldn't truly act like a grieving mother. It's Tiffany's own actions that gave her away. Let's look at her big crocodile tears with this interview.
Go and identify my child's body yesterday, and what I saw, I don't want to remember that as much. This boy is smiling, showing his dimple, the most happiest, jovial child. Didn't interfere with anyone, wasn't rude. He was the most bubbliest, mischievous little boy who touched the hearts of everyone that he came into contact with. Whether it was for 5 minutes or whether it was for 5 years or 5 hours, this boy touched the lives of so many people. And I don't think this person who did what they did to my child, they don't understand what they've taken away from so many people's lives. And I pray that holds them for the rest of their lives.
Did you see any? I didn't. I didn't see a sign that there was any tears shed before this interview. I saw a few smiles though. And did you notice that the grieving grandma also didn't show any signs of heartbreak? What about this one? No tears. I only see an arrogant woman under the impression that she fooled the nation. I did however see tears when Tiffany was informed that she couldn't apply for bail on Monday and had to wait in custody until Friday to submit her bail application.
For now, we won't be proceeding with the bail. We'll request a 7-day remand to the 21st of July for bail information and a bail date worship in court in Regional Court F.
Why didn't she want any media at the funeral? Yes, I understand that it is under normal circumstance supposed to be very private, but this wasn't normal circumstance. Her child was murdered, and according to her at that time, that person was still walking free. I can fully understand that media is the very last thing you would want at your funeral, but that footage is something for police to review and see if they can spot anything. And that is exactly what Tiffany didn't want.
On the day of the funeral, they didn't want the press there. It was big drama at the actual church. I mean, the motorbike guys had to get involved and calm certain members of the family down. I'm not going to point fingers.
And lastly, I ask again, why would you not sleep at your own house if there is the slightest possibility that your missing child can come knocking at your door? But you already knew that he didn't run away. You said so yourself. There and then you told on yourself, because if your child is really missing, you can't just know. You have to explore all avenues. But you knew. If you were not at the unit at that time, who was? Who took Jayden Lee's body from under the bed to the staircase of your complex?
This is a child. It's not a grown person. It's not a teenager that could have run away. This is a child.
Just a short note on this. I read so many conflicting statements that there's a few things that I'm not 100% sure of. With that said, all my information is publicly available. Don't just take my word for it. Also, do your own research and form your own opinion. Please also keep in mind that we can think what we want, but Tiffany is only arrested and not convicted, so everything in this video is alleged. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much if you made it till the end. This is so hard to talk about, but as difficult as it might be, we have to talk. No more looking the other way. No more silence. Until next time, bye.